Well, since Nick has decided to keep me busy again this week, I may as well humor him in his idiocy. In either a PR snafu that likely had someone losing their job or a little bit of grace from God, Nick somehow landed a second interview with Kyle Rittenhouse. I didn't watch any of it, as the man does not deserve my or any of your viewership time, but we did get a couple clips of Kyle taking shots at Baldo's finest. His chirps are on Alyssa Clip's channel, but the TLDR is he called him out on his alcoholism and non-practicing status. The irony should not be lost on anyone that Kyle clearly did some level of research over Nick twofold. But seriously, Kyle should fire his PR guy or whoever had him go back on. But after that, I believe quite literally a day later, if I'm not mistaken, Nick coped on both his stream and Locals Hug Box about Maddox. You know, the guy whose trial was the foundation of his YouTube channel that was never law-based and never covered trials. The channel named Rekieta Law that had Nick introduce himself as, and I quote, a small law firm based out of central Minnesota and covered multiple trials ranging from Vic Mignogna, Sophie Long, the fateful Johnny Depp trial, Kyle's trial, Daryl Brooks, Alex Murdo, and Maddox's being the progenitor for all the others I listed. Coomer revisionist theory once again coming into play. But I digress. Baldo man decided that Maddox taking shots at him needed more crying in the kitchen and tried reaffirming that our wife definitely isn't getting her body destroyed by bulls. And he 100% gets hit on at bars and needs to turn down the deluge of women that bombard him for the sanctity of our wife and his harem. It's simply more window dressing for the few hanger-ons in the locales trying to maintain the dreaded parasocial relationship he says he doesn't have, while trying to say that the farms, all the A-logs and Alyssa are the crux of all his channel's problems and horrible personal life by proxy. Maybe Nick just needs to hear a familiar name's words to ground himself and not start blaming a computer god again.
A content creator's relationship with their own audience is equal to, if not more important than, the things that they produce. Your viewership, your fan base is what carries you forward. It's what helps to expand your channel and bring in financial success. This helps to create a cycle of alienation, a self-feeding loop that grows larger and larger, where a content creator turns on their audience. The audience then turns to trolling and retaliation. That trolling leads to more aberrant behavior, and that aberrant behavior alienates the audience even more. And as the cycle continues to spin around and around and around again, that particular YouTuber begins to lose a grip on reality. They stop seeing the situation for what it is and begin to attribute all sorts of meanings to it, all of which are further and further from the actual truth.
Nick, your response begins now.
How the fuck do I land Rittenhouse twice in 1 year and blow it twice? Fedson was right when him and his wife, egalitarian Staines, said that he should pay me more respect during the first interview. He has the audacity to come on to my show, which used to have hundreds of thousands congregate here, and say that I'm a non-practicing lawyer and an alcoholic. Not one word complimenting me on being the face of Baldo or my submission to Minnesota's finest snack tray. I'm not just some forearm that he can blast off. I'm the fucking law pope. Friendly reminder to everyone. This is not a law channel, so do not ask me about anything law-related that requires me to recall anything, look up anything, or think about anything. I just want the visual of our third wife, Mandy, and those salacious pictures she used to post on my mind at all times. It pushes out the horrific sight of our wife's destroyed body. Looking at it is worse than whatever sights of destruction my beloved Israel is enduring. Jason of TGA being the only person donating again because everyone in chat won't get their act together and just give me all their money in the world, asks, how do I only have eyes for a wife in spite of our bedroom being a veritable African embassy, with a follow-up question of how AI will one day be integrated in our homes? To answer the first part, I maintain a level of intoxication at all times to where I don't even see our wife and can just believe it's either Sally, Mandy, Cynthia, or Farron. It enables me to love her even more and lets me believe all those men are local subscribers here for an at-home meet and greet. And to answer your second question, I don't think that's completely implausible in bigger cities. But I would call it Wilmar lunacy, as it wouldn't possibly be.
December 2023.
When I returned from my AI Nike computer, God planned a one-way trip from the snowbound St. Lawrence Estuary, Jamaica. My life became even worse, deadly, and not understandable than before I left, even ape niggers Mike Herrier and Maddox. Posing as Wilmar police situated in an identical GT 500 to mine sat on my driveway and sprayed me with poison nerve gas as I walked to big dog them from my home. Immediately, they jumped from their auto holding their guns in obvious B-sweat and cowardly gangster A-log, fright indubitably well briefed by the deadly gangster A sponsors A-logs and AI Nike computer God earphone radio about my razor-sharp Baldo in my pocket. No one dares to big dog me in my home now. Not even our wife, who I demanded to go to the house we were renting to her family and sell it for me. Until she left, all liquor snacks canned, chicken and bagged, hard-boiled eggs were bought with the trust fund money. I was her house slave and snack tray creator. After she left, there was no more tormenting, no more stealing my liquor, or requests for spending time with the last bull I passed on to her after he filled miles of my ass. Prior, here in my office, in my Coomer chamber, always cooming here, I always had time to slowly study the nigger prospects for myself and Mandy to create a pleasure profile for each of us upon eventual marriage. After she and the maid left, I was forced to go liquor shopping myself, leaving me vulnerable to gangstery log sneak exterminations as they attempted to crush me in between their GT500S and run me down between red light intersections, the AI Nike computer. God has grasped control of all traffic lights to silence me, Wes Keydeck Esquire, your only hope for a future. It also controls the liquor stocks to the stores I frequent, as it never has the same stock from day to day. From 2017 to 2022, my income may as well have been zero. No trial streams to put food on the snack tray. I could not even trust banks. Such banks as TCF Bank gangsterized me and swindled me ever since my male cheerleader days. To prevent Sean from robbing my hard-earned Rumble contract for Baldo's stocks. Secretly, I opened my second bank account and snowballed all my money in the world, perchance. The gangster A-logs at the TCF Bank gave me the worst niggerly, namely 69, begin and end with death extermination, 100 for all the money Eric got. Highest and worst gratification awaiting extermination and NPL for my non-practicing status. The worst deadly bank account number in the history of the universe. Namely account number NPL 169, when this gangster A-log sector bank did not have near 500 followers. Where was I? I remember Maddox. I can't understand why he would show my blackface photo on a website when everyone knows how I'm Houston's most gangsta nigga alive. I only took his name and made a limited celebrity out of mine. What does he have against me? I gave his trial a platform. He should be thanking me. Maddox, listen, just come visit me. We'll smooth things over, enjoy canned chicken breast, and make all the money in the world.